This is the regular meeting of the Mobile City Council, Tuesday, August 20th. Please stand for the invocation led by Dr. Reverend Bobby Morton and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you that you're a great, mighty God and one that has created this very day for each and every one of us to enjoy the pleasures of this day. And Lord, how we thank you for this opportunity to come together to talk about the city business. And Lord, we just pray for the council today as they discuss the business and those that are discussing other businesses here today. Lord, we do call upon you for wisdom and guidance and discernment, Lord, as we deal with the business so that you can give us the wisdom that we need, the discernment that we need, the guidance that we need to be the most effective city in this world. We just ask your blessings upon this city, the leadership here, in Christ's name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. President Small.
Here.
Vice President Gregory.
Here.
Councilmember Penn.
Here.
Councilmember Carroll.
Here.
Councilmember Reynolds.
Here.
Councilmember Daves.
Here.
Councilmember Woods.
Here.
Statement of rules.
And good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's good to see everybody this morning. Welcome to our August 20th meeting. At this meeting, we do have rules. At this time, I ask if anyone have any type of electronic devices, including cell phones, please at this time put it on the off or the vibrate position, the off or the vibrate position.
Approval of minutes of August. Oh, sorry.
Any person that is desiring to address the council must sign in indicating the ordinance, the resolution, a public hearing agenda item before entering the meeting. When addressing the council, the speaker must give his or her name. Any person that is desiring to speak to the council on a non-agenda item must contact the city clerk's office no later than 2:00 p.m. the Thursday prior to the council meeting. The subject that he or she wishes to express to the council must be identified pertaining to the city of Mobile business. Anyone that has not given proper note to the city clerk's office and wishes to speak on a non-agenda item will not be allowed to address the council. Each speaker is allowed 3 minutes to address the council. A bell will indicate the sound of the ending of 2 minutes. 1 minute remains for summarizing. Second bell indicates that your time has expired. When addressing the council, there will be no personal address to any individual council members. All statements are to be made to the chair, who will recognize any council member who wishes to respond. To maintain decorum, there will be no undue applause and or public outcry allowed. Madam Clerk.
Approval of minutes of August 13th.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Minutes approved.
Communications from Mayor Stimpson.
Council President, I'll be making comments on behalf of the mayor. I'll bring greetings. He could not be in attendance this morning. We are hosting a celebration of life for the Mobile Civic Center tomorrow at 10 a.m. As part of the plan for the new arena, demolition of the 60-year-old facility will begin later this month. Tomorrow's ceremony will highlight the storied history of the facility, from iconic concerts to its role in our Mardi Gras celebrations. We invite all Mobilians to attend. As the demolition starts and plans for the new arena move forward, you can find more information about the project at the City of Mobile website. The details of the ceremony have not been released, but it is advised that everybody wear comfortable shoes if you plan to attend. And I'll have Shonda, Nick? Okay, Cassie will handle the Public Works employee of the month.
Good morning. With me, I have Trevor Tate, who is the August 2024 Public Works Employee of the Month. And I wanted to say a couple of things before I turn it over to his supervisor, Stevie Clark. It's not just the facilities and maintenance department that knows what a great electrician that Trevor is, but it's also other departments throughout the city, which is why the Parks and Recreation Department nominated Trevor as the Employee of the Month. Most recently, on a Friday afternoon, I think it was about 5:15, I called Trevor in a little bit of a panic because it was the Friday before the weekend, the last weekend before kids would be returning to school, and the Medal of Honor splash pad had went down. And so in a panic, I called and said, Trevor, can you please help me out one more time? And he was down there that evening and got everything back up going for Saturday. So really thankful for that.
My name is Stevie Clark. I have the privilege of being Trevor Tate's supervisor. And I want to tell you that Trevor Tate is a model employee for the City of Mobile. He takes a lot of pressure off my back. The time that Miss Cassie Boatwright was talking about, I just went out to the edge of the county and my cell phone wasn't working very well and trying to get in touch with somebody to get this splash pad working. But Trevor stepped right up and had that splash pad back up and going so the children could enjoy it for the last weekend before school started. And that's a big deal, very big deal. And I'm excited, and it's a privilege for me to be Trevor Tate's supervisor, and he is deserving of this award.
Congratulations to you, man.
Thank you.
Mr. President, I just wanted to say thank you for the work on the splash pad. That's quite the discussion point in District 6. So thank you, Trevor, for stepping up and doing that for us. We really appreciate it.
Mr. President,
Mr. Penn.
Trevor is a long family friend, and thank you, Trevor, for all the work you have done for the City of Mobile. And I understand how major, but we get so many calls about that splash pads and making sure kids are excited about it. So just thank you for everything you have done for the City of Mobile.
That'll conclude the mayor's remarks.
Thank you. Clerk.
Adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Been properly moved and second in discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Agenda is adopted.
Appeals, we have requests for waivers of the noise ordinance at the Bragg Mitchell Mansion on September 21st from 7:30 p.m. until 11 p.m. At Cathedral Square Park on August 24th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. At 1608 St. Stephen's Road on August 24th from 2 p.m. until 10 p.m. And at 3370 Sheringham Drive on September 7th from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m.
So moved.
Second.
Been properly moved and second in discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Appeal passes.
We have a request for a waiver of the noise ordinance at Mobile Skate Plaza on October 24th from 7 p.m. until 9:30 p.m.
Move delay over 1 week.
Second.
Properly moved and second in discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item laid over for 1 week.
Public hearings. Today is the public hearing to rezone property located at the south side of Coyman Road, west of Todd Acres Drive.
This opens up the public hearing for this particular said item. Is anyone present that would like to address the council on this item? If not, this public hearing is closed.
Today is the public hearing to consider the applications of Johnson & Johnson Way to Go to operate a sedan and shuttle service, and to consider the application of Community Care and Transportation to operate a sedan service.
This opens up the public hearing for these particular said items. Is anyone present that would like to address the council on these items? May I come down to the podium by stating your name.
Good morning. My name is Alicia Johnson, and I would like to desire this transportation business because I love helping other people, and it always have been a passion of my desire to help other people. And I would like to try to better myself and for my kids and my grandkids, and everyone should not have to start from scratch. So I was trying to operate transportation business.
Which one?
Johnson Johnson.
Okay.
Johnson & Johnson.
Is there any questions of, that, from the council on this particular public hearing? Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you for letting me speak.
Is anyone else that would like to address the council on these public hearings? If not, these public hearings.
Thank you, Reggie Hill. I'm not sure. Is this the matter that was mentioned? Okay. Is it possible, seeing that this was mentioned before as some more information being needed, if this could be held over for some point just to see if that information can be gained? Because it seems the applicant may not be aware of some of these issues themselves or may not have known how to address it here. And to be fair to the gentleman who said there needs to be more research, hopefully that can be done. Thank you for.
Mr. President,
Mr. Reynolds?
I have no objection to holding it over to take a vote so that, discussion.
It's a first read.
Oh, first read, okay.
Is there one as president that would like to address the council on these particular public hearings? If not, these public hearings are closed.
Presentation of petitions and other communications to the council, Melissa Gates.
Hi, Melissa Gates, 1280 Rigby Road, 36608. So I'm talking concerning Big Creek Lake and y'all trying to annex that in. Number one, zoning doesn't apply to governmental agency, and that's what Moss is. And that was one of your concerns, was zoning. But that wouldn't apply. Secondly, if y'all take it over, how's the fire department in Mobile going to control the 9,000 acres around Big Creek Lake? The closest fire department's pretty far away. Our Tanner William boys, they'd handle it, which they, we love our Tanner Williams volunteer fire department. So in lieu of that information, y'all are concerned about the zoning. Are y'all planning on possibly selling some of the 9,000 acres, maybe residential? I don't know. Security-wise, the sheriff's department has a facility right there at the dam, and they're pretty good at patrolling that area. So I didn't know why the city of Mobile feels like that it needs to annex in Big Creek Lake. Also, Sims has an issue as well. By the property that needs to be continual for y'all to vote on Big Creek Lake, which I'm sure y'all are all in works with that already. The company that owns the 2 plots of land, the Mobile businesses, that would be the easiest route for Mobile to connect to Big Creek Lake for y'all to be able to vote it in. Is that blocking the west of is that blocking Sims from moving west at all? Well, that was a quick 3 minutes.
You have 1 more minute left.
Oh, 1 more minute. Okay. I do believe, and so does Tanner Williams, that this community, that this is a land grab. We do not want to be annexed in whatsoever to the city of Mobile. And we feel like by y'all taking over Moss, that would be able, y'all would be able to do that a little easier. And we really just don't have the confidence of y'all taking over Moss. So that's, and I do have over 300 names and a petition that we would really fight vigorously to keep our community the way that it is. It's God's country out there. And after much prayer, I'm just going to say woe to y'all.
Yeah, your time has expired.
I'm sure.
But to the city, from my understanding, that malls have passed a resolution.
Oh, I'm aware.
It's nothing that the city has not intervened in, period. It's nothing before the city council about trying to annex, that area, whatsoever. If I'm wrong from the city attorney, do correct me. But it's nothing on our agenda. It's nothing that we are planning or anything like that. But that was just a resolution that malls and the city of Mobile is not trying to take over the water company. Thank you so much for coming down. Madam Clerk.
Sharon Ingram,
Ms. Ingram, present. Okay, Madam Clerk.
Christine Cumby,
Ms. Crombie is present. Okay. Madam Clerk.
Reggie Hill regarding ordinances 87046 and 047 and resolutions 08773, 14775, and 6787.
Thank you, Madam Assistant City Clerk. To the citizens and stakeholders of Mobile, greetings. Reggie Hill is my name. Let's start with that last item, 60.787. This is dealing with Calvary Smith Middle School. Is there anything that is going to prevent these resources from going there? As y'all know, Success for the Future frequents young people here at Government Plaza, whether at this meeting or in the atrium and throughout the building for empowerment sessions, and several of those participants go to Callaway Smith. We know something was passed in 2021 and it's still being withheld and it's not being released yet. So just hopefully nothing is here is going to prevent that for them. And if there is, will you please let us know? Let's look at 87-046 and 88-047. This is all dealing with city-owned property. The 87-046 is about the lease agreement with Community Action, and then the 88-047 is about this conveyance with this property, and I'm presuming that we're releasing the land. So the question is, how can citizens obtain a list, maybe an inventory list of these city-owned properties that are not being utilized, and how can those entities or agencies then go into some form of agreement so that we could possibly tackle a lot of these issues that we're seeing? If we have the open space, I think that cuts down on a lot of overhead that some organizations have to cover before they can actually be as contributing to this cause that we want to see resolved here in the city of Mobile. Let's look, please, at 08-773. Next week, I want to take some more time at this. This is $235,000. This moments like this where I missed, she's probably hoping that we could have reviewed through this. I am thankful for the past where the gentleman from District 6 had offered an inventory list. I'm hoping that we can have something updated then so we can see why we're going this. We know the chairman of the finance is going to talk about the fleet. And so we want to make sure that those numbers align with it if we're going to be spending that much. And we don't even have a full personnel for MPD right now. All right, so lastly, what I want to look at, please, is, for the sake of time, only get 180 seconds here, 14-775. And this is the Capital Improvement Cooperative District. And I'm hoping that it is going to be laid over. And this is not anything against Mr. Carroll, however, because we haven't seen anything from the administration dealing with housing. And so it needs to at least be looked at. We're in a public housing crisis. And so this will give them time enough to come to the table, whether it be Mr. Roberts and neighborhood development, all these things. And so you can be clear to know why I'm against this. This is saying a capital improvement. So it's nothing personal to Mr. Carroll, because we really need to look at this. But when you're saying we're going to pull from the little $3 million that we already have, that's the concern of mine. These are capital dollars. So we can find different ways to spend these resources and do this. This is something that needs to be addressed. So if any of those questions can be answered, we greatly appreciate it. And other than that, we'll just have to continue the conversation later. Thank you on the floor.
Madam Clerk.
Ordinances held over 64045, consider modification of a previously approved plan unit development located at 5800 Southland Drive. 87046, ordinance to authorize lease agreement with Mobile Community Action for city-owned property at 1600 Boykin Boulevard. 88047, ordinance to authorize the conveyance of city-owned land located at 260 North Franklin Street.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. In the discussion, I would like to say that it was mentioned earlier about the ordinance 087-046 about the city of Mobile property for Mobile Community Action. Just to remind the city of the city and the citizens, and especially District 3, that the city had purchased this property earlier this year for the new community center for South DIP. Therefore, Head Start was already occupied in the building, which was owned by the Mobile County Public School System. The city have received the deeds from the Mobile County Public School System this year. So since we are still in the planning stages, or for the community center, we'll allow Mobile Community Action to stay there for another year. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item passes.
Consent resolutions held over 4536, declare the structure at 102 Border Drive West a public nuisance and order it demolished.
Move to table.
Second.
Properly moving second. Any discussion?
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
Vice President?
Just for the residents who live in Country Club Village, 102 Border Drive West has a new owner, and they are in the process of rehabbing that property there. So this is good news.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Items tabled.
Resolutions held over, I'll take 01761 and 14775 separate. 01762, authorize agreement with Spire Gulf for Dolphin Street improvements at Spring Hill Memorial Hospital to Sage Avenue. 01763, 764, 765, 766, 767, and 768 are authorizing agreements with Comcast Cable Communications, Telepac Networks, AT&T Alabama, Unity Fiber, Alabama Power Company, and CenturyLink Communications for Dolphin Street improvements at Spring Hill Memorial Hospital to Sage Avenue. 08769, approved purchase order to Musco Sports for sports lighting for Medal of Honor Park. 08770, approved purchase order to GT Distributors of Georgia for ballistic vest and armor for MPD. 08771, approved purchase order to Donahue Chevrolet for Chevrolet Crew Cab Truck for Parks Department. 08772, approved purchase order to Terminex Services for annual renewal of termite bond for city facilities. And 08773, approved purchase order to LCM Motor Cars for sports sedans and pickup trucks for MPD. 09774, transfer funds from capital project grant match traffic engineering to project grant match holding account to be used as a match for signal improvements on Dolphin Street. 35776, authorized permission to lease buildings A and D of city-owned property located at 1600 Boykin Boulevard. 6777, authorized additional expense for special counsel investigation. And 6778, authorized settlement agreement and release of claims.
So moved.
Second.
And properly moving second. In the discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item passes.
01761, authorized agreement with Mobile County and Spring Hill College to expand and equip existing campus with Health and Science Innovation Center.
Move to
14.
lay over 1 week.
Second.
Properly moving second. In discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item laid over for 1 week.
14775, approve an application seeking permission to incorporate a capital improvement cooperative district and authorizing such incorporation.
Move to lay over 1 week.
Second.
Properly moving second. In the discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item laid over for 1 week.
Ordinances being introduced, 64048 through 83049.
By council rules, these ordinances will be laid over for 1 week.
Consent resolutions being introduced, 09779 through 60793.
For council rules, these resolutions, move to waive the rules for immediate consideration of these resolutions as read.
Second.
Properly moving second. In discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Rules waived. Madam Clerk.
09779, transfer funds from District 7 General Fund Discretionary to MPD Traffic Safety Unit to assist with on-duty traffic personnel for Mobile Terrace Community Parade. 37780, 781, and 782 are recommending approval to the ABC Board for issuance of a restaurant, retail beer, table wine, off-premise only license to Fulton Convenience Store, for issuance of a lounge retail liquor class 2 license to Red's Discount 10, and for issuance of a special retail more than 30 days license to Azalea City Bar and Grill. 760, 783, 784, 785, 786, 787, 788, 789, 790, 791, and 792 are determining appropriations to Delta Theta Omega Chapter Foundation of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, Mobile Law Enforcement Foundation, St. Stephen's Road Love Ministries, Florence Howard Elementary School, Callaway Smith Middle School, Loaves and Fish Community Ministries, Matry Park Athletic Association, Crestview Community Patrol, Community of Mobile, and to Sugar Creek Homeowners Association serve a public purpose and approve payment. 793, approve award of special bonus to the Public Works Employee of the Month.
So moved.
Second,
Properly moved in second. Any discussion?
Mr. President,
Vice President.
on 37-782 for the special retail license to Azalea City Bar and Grill. This is providing the liquor license for the new caterer who is at Azalea City Golf Course. And the bar and grill is open to the public, so you can go by and have lunch during the day. And then, of course, if you're playing golf, food is available now. They've been without it for some time, so we're happy to see them with a caterer back in operation.
That's what you're going for lunch today?
Hey, I'll meet Ben there.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item pass.
CIP resolutions being introduced, 21-794.
By council rules, this will lay over for 1 week.
Resolutions being introduced, 01-795 through 37-802.
This will also lay over for 1 week by council rules.
Call for public hearings, 41-803. Call for public hearing to consider adoption of the 2024-2025 General Fund, Capital Improvement Fund, and Convention Center Fund budgets, scheduled for September 3rd. 41-804. Call for public hearing to consider the pre-zoning of property located at 4589 Hermitage Avenue and 5340 U.S. Highway 90 West to B3, scheduled for September 24th.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Public hearings called.
Announcements.
District 1, Councilman Penn.
Thank you, Mr. President. This past weekend, I had the opportunity to attend a fishing event hosted by Parks and Recs right there at Fred Richardson Tricentennial Park. It was an amazing opportunity. My son and I attended. So big shout out to Parks and Recreation. It was an awesome event to see families out there just enjoying an opportunity to learn how to tie knots and the cast. We didn't catch any fish, but we enjoyed the opportunity to attend a great event hosted by Parks and Recs. So a great time in District 1. We will have some more community meetings coming up soon. So look forward to going into the Trenton Gardens community as well as the Boterra community coming up next. More information will be coming soon through our VI newsletter as well as social media. Thank you, Mr. President. As well as we will have our committee meeting, the entitlement committee meeting at 1 p.m. in our conference room on the 9th floor. That's it.
Councilman Carroll, it sounds like something familiar. He said he ain't caught no fish, right? Probably he didn't get seasick. District 2, Councilman Carroll.
I don't know. Last time we had him out on the boat, he took a nap for a little while, but we won't discuss that at all. But I'm glad to see him active and doing well in his district and the community. This morning, I was given a Stop the Violence flyer for August 22nd at 1251 Spring Hill Avenue at 3 p.m. There's going to be food, drinks, makers, blood pressure checks, health and wellness checks, voter registration, and prizes out there. I encourage you all to come out and then do this and participate in these Stop the Violence rallies. It gives us a chance to meet the community, to meet the people, and to meet the people that are doing what it takes to help stop violence in the community. Some of the sponsors in this are the Campground, the Bottom Community Organization, Burks Enterprises, Public Safety Community Facilities, and Diamond's Convenience Store. You guys all know Kashmir on Cuba and Congress down there. So I encourage you all to come out and take in what's happening, especially in this district. We all know that we all have a lot of special interest in reseeding the campground in the bottom. We'd all like to see the community come back. Every week I'm getting something from Tracy Campbell talking about blighted lots and houses that have fallen over, about spots in the streets that need to be done in these areas. And I do believe that we need to put forward a strong effort in revitalization of some of our areas that have been overlooked for some time. And this is just one of the efforts that it takes to get it going. If we want to stop the violence, we must start revitalizing the area and helping them do and take on the tasks that they need to do. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Carroll. District 4, Councilman Reynolds.
No announcements.
District 5, Councilman Days.
Thank you, Mr. President. We expect to receive the proposed fiscal 25 budget from the administration this afternoon, and I assume it will be posted on the city's website. That's right. Okay. So I urge all of the citizens that are interested in the budget for the upcoming year to review that. City Council will meet a week from today in the Finance Committee at 1:00 p.m. To review the budget and to discuss the budget with the Finance Director and his staff. That'll be a working meeting. There will be no public comment taken, but we will take public comment 2 weeks from today on September 3rd at this meeting, which will also serve as a public hearing on the budget. So if anybody has any comments or questions about the budget, please review it before September 3rd and be prepared to come down here and ask your questions then. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Days. District 6, Councilman Woods.
No announcements, Mr. President.
District 7, Vice President Gregory.
No announcements.
Anything from the administration?
Motion to adjourn.
Properly moving to second. Any discussion? All in favor?